Alright, you've been following along. I got ice cream yesterday, opened up the fridge and everything. Today my Jackery is on 7%. Oh, Pluty's not gonna let me show it to you. It's at 7%. Not ideal. I had to turn it off, which means I have to eat the rest of that ice cream. You ready for some ice cream? Ready for some ice cream? Already my camera work is absolutely terrible. I am hungry. I've been digging. You can probably barely tell. It's flat. I notched it straight, relatively vertical. There's still this bump right here I can see. And this down here. Let's see if I can show you. This sticks out a couple inches in the corner. That needs to be cleaned up. I brought back over there. Straight down. But other than that, this deal. Right there too, in the corner. It's pretty much, it's flat. It's the same level as over there, which is good. It's wide enough for the wheelbarrow, which is good too. Next step is to, I think, pull the wheelbarrow in here and bring this dirt down, and then onto here, onto the wheelbarrow. I'll pull the wheelbarrow where I'm standing, bring it down, not the whole way, but you know, in shovel reach, bring it down to this level right here, and then cut in more and repeat the process. Bring it down, cut it over until I go all the way over to the end there, which I measured earlier. It's about 13 feet, and this is a little over 6 feet in, and over 7 feet. It's like 7.5 feet tall. So something else kind of cool. There's a wet spot here. You can feel it in the rocks. Right there, right here, and right here. And these three spots, even if you rub away the rocks, it's like wet. A little bit of water seepage. This is dry, but there's some wet spots. So, some kind of spring. Oops. Which is cool. Yeah, Pinky. Everyone loves you too. How did this get crooked? I swear I didn't hit that button. Move it, Pinkie Pie. Move it, Pinkie Pie. Move it, Pinkie Pie. Hey, buddy. Alright, I think we're gonna cook some split pea ham soup. I'm hungry. Alright. This I need to put up. Let's grab some soup too. I don't know if you can see well. It's all blinded out by the light in the background. Which seems to happen sometimes. This might be a better view. Right there. That maybe? I don't know. It's a learning experience, guys. I'm kind of figuring out the best angles, what it looks like through the camera as I make these, and I do rewatch all of them. So I'm sorry for like flipping the camera upside down on the dog walk occasionally and stuff like that. I know I'm not the best. We got chunky Campbell's split pea soup. We got with natural smoke flavor. It's split pea and ham with natural smoke flavor. Not sure what that is, but the natural smoke flavor doesn't excite me, that's for sure. Oh, I should have cleaned this earlier. I poured water in it, so the bottom of it was super clean, but the stuff on the sides, having to scrub off. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Finally. Alright, paper towel. I was planning on throwing it in the stove, but it kind of disintegrated in my hand. So put it way on the side there. And I'm gonna get another one, wipe this down better. I should have some toilet paper. I had sponge somewhere. I have a cleaning sponge somewhere. I think it's up the hill, or the dogs buried it because they kicked dirt around. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're really big on making nests. They'll dig a little hole, lay in that hole, and they tend to do it when they're sitting next to me and I'm doing something. So they bury the stuff that I'm using. I gotta keep an eye on everything. Alright, that looks real clean now. Let's save this. Save our toilet paper. Ooh. The way to use the stove, little sticks on bottom, then medium, then something big and dry. I split some stuff earlier. It's super easy. Watch out, doggy. Hey, we will definitely be sanitizing that by cooking it. Yeah, it's super easy to split stuff. Just, wrong one. Wrong one. Yep. Right one. Ta-da! You got some split wood. When it's living and it's sappy, it's a bit harder. That's for sure. Whew. This is me following my dreams, but part of the point of this channel is getting to know some of you guys and trying to help you follow your dreams too. You know, the hardest part some days is just getting up and getting started, because you are beat up from the day before. When that happens, I recommend you just start doing something, or take a step back. If you're hurting, and you're in a situation like this where you're solo, take a step back, do some stuff to improve your quality of life, and let your body heal and recover so you keep pushing forward. But you'd be amazed what you're capable of doing. It might be like running a marathon where you're just exhausted, kind of cruising through it, especially in the heat, under the sun. But you can do it. You just got to keep cruising along through it, get a little bit done each time, and you'll get it done eventually. You will eventually get it done. I am so sick of digging, but I'm not quitting. I'm going to keep digging, and I'm going to finish it. And I know some people probably think I should stop and try making a cabin immediately or something, but at least I'm going to finish excavating before I make a shelter. Even if I have to make like a temp shelter, because I'm not going to be able to finish my cabin before winter, I'm at least going to excavate first. I'd like to get stones, but, you know, maybe I end up raising some capital and getting cinder blocks or something. That would be quick. That'd be easier to do. Some cinder blocks and rebar, make a little retaining wall that way. And then in the future, I can always put natural stone on it. So visually you can't tell the difference, but I don't have to go through the insane time of building a stone wall. Because to really build a stone wall, you build an interior wall, an exterior wall, and then the middle's filled with rubble. And you have large stones that are tie stones that go between the two. That's a lot of stones to find. It's 2 feet wide at minimum. That's a lot of stones to find. A stone facade on cinder blocks would be a lot easier to do. I could probably even do that this year. It's just a money thing, you know. Cinder blocks cost money. Support the cause. I got links in the thing. I'm almost at 400 subscribers. Soon will be 500. When I do 500, you'll be able to do super chats. I'll be paying the super chats, pay the YouTube, I think 30%, and then the tax man probably takes another 30%. Which is kind of wild if you think about it. Yeah, it's still better than nothing. Jesus, like the struggle is real. At some point though, you get older and you're sitting there and you're looking at your life pass and you go, what am I waiting for, you know? So what are you waiting for? What's your dream? What's your goal? And if you're curious about how you can do it, talk to me. Maybe you can't, maybe you can. Maybe we figure out a way together where you can follow your goal. There's a couple people already I've been talking to in the Discord, and it sounds like this one guy in particular, he's going to be jumping down a similar path as me making the cabin. Not necessarily for everybody, but if you have startup ideas or businesses or stuff, I'd love to talk to you. I'm quite entrepreneurial. I'm into that kind of stuff. I gotta find some paper. Gotta find... Alright, that shouldn't be in there. We gotta find some paper. Bark would be nice too, but I think I buried the bark. I have a piece of cardboard here. Sometimes this stuff can burn weird and strong. Very strong. This cardboard, we'll see. Like colored paper sometimes will burn like wicked hot and fast and help you start a fire real fast. I thought I had some bark thrown under here. It looks like I'm all out, and the big pile of bark on that log I buried, so kind of wish I didn't do that now. Let me see what I got. Pretty sure I'm gonna start you can't tell I've been hoeing down there all the sticks. Getting it ready to dump dirt down there. I've been dumping dirt down here mainly, but at some point I'm gonna dump dirt down there to the tree, and in between the two trees we'll have a flat spot with maybe an outdoor kitchen or a patio or something. Just more space. More space is nice. Let's find some paper. This thing is, I could have sworn I had some over here. What do we have for kindling, puppy? Oh, here's the new pack of matches. Here's the old pack of matches, though. Here's the old pack of matches. I guess we'll just try that thing for starters. A piece of cardboard. Don't feel super comfortable with it. Wish I had a brown paper bag or newspaper. That's ideal. I have some paper here. Let's see. Schedule for electronic fees and dollar limits from Bank of America. That looks like good kindling. Rule of thumb, tear it up tiny. It'll burn, start faster. Shredder paper. You ever get a bag of shredder paper? It's great for kindling. Like, only downside is this paper leaves a lot of ash for how big it is. Wood burns up real well. Doesn't leave much ash. But this this weird paper stuff tends to leave a lot of ash for how big it is. Let's close this side too. Oh. Okay, both sides closed. I hope this gets going. I'll adjust you guys so you can see better in a second there. Here. Have a look. It's actually a cool view. You can see the moon and then the fire. Hopefully in the same shot. In the same shot. And the dog. Wow, this is photo gold. Look out, Spielberg, here I come. You know what we put on this so it doesn't fall is a box of screws. Watch how secure. Bam. Instant. And get the sticks going. That's all that really matters. Wood chips are great. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, these little wood chips are great. I don't think we're gonna need these matches. Hope not. If you're inside, you can probably leave both doors open. But when you're outside like this, you really want to make sure the air is going up and out. The wind pulls it out in your face sometimes. Like, see, it's trying to come out this door right here. See what I mean? That might be because there's this tiny crack in the back. It's so tiny though. Might be wind trying to push in. I don't know, it's an old stove. I don't think it would do this inside though. I think it would just go straight up if you had this thing inside. With like a proper chimney and stuff, you know? And worst case, if it doesn't, you can get this old seal, this like gasket stuff that goes around it. And it's like a rope. And you tend to like push it in place. There'll be like a ridge. I bet I could pop those things off. Like I bet these things, there's a way to slide them off the side, probably. Entirely. And there's something you can put, yeah, you can feel, there's a little gap. There's something you can probably put in that little gap. And it tightens it up, and then they're airtight. But it's like this old rope material. It's pretty cool. Alright, looks like we're cooking. We're cooking. Hope you didn't lick this too much. It's dry now, so. Doggy germs gone. I'm really more concerned with rattlesnakes and everything else than doggy germs at this point. Oh yeah, let's put some food in it. How about that? One can or two. I can always cook another one, which is what I'll probably end up doing. But for now, we'll do one, because I hate wasting. Get out of here. Don't even think about it. I might have to put water in this. Do I put water in this? Heat covered. Pour into saucepan. It doesn't say anything about adding water. It looks good, but it's like mush. The one downside is though, canned split pea soup, the peas never seem to be totally cooked. I think it's that way with this one. I'll show you guys what I'm saying. The split peas are supposed to be like a green mush. And what happens is, ooh, I should probably just not move this and move you down like so. What happens is the peas end up kind of like, see that? They're solid, they're not totally cooked. But this is thick, this is good. I'm actually think I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this and let it cook for a minute. Yeah, I like that plan. I added quite a bit of water, but it's not going to do it any harm. I promise you. I'm going to get it real hot and boiling, and a lot of the water will probably boil off while I stir it. Cook those peas some more. Special shout out, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Martha Lost Coast, I think. Or it could have been somebody else. I don't want to get the name wrong. I feel bad. I probably will get the name wrong. Let me level you guys out. Sorry if you've been looking at the ground this whole time. But somebody in the comments told me about this, and it makes such a difference. So I keep this like this, trying to cook. It will take forever. But I go and I use my little handle thing, I pick up that thing in the middle and I put it there, bam. It starts cooking a lot faster. A lot faster. And it fits perfect. Look at that. It's airtight, snug as a bug. And if the fire's going too heavy, kind of is now, just close the door, and if you watch it a couple of seconds, it dies right down. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna get a spoon to stir this, not this thingy. And this one. It's come eventually, there'll be stones and stuff. Eventually I'll have my license, I'll get some gas, go down in the desert and get volcano rocks, and I'll make a pizza oven up here. That'll be super cool. If any of you in the LA area want to come up the mountain, come camp and help me dig, hit me up. Come join. Even if it's just for a day. All right. Got myself a big old spoon here. I bet this doesn't take long to start boiling. The one thing you gotta keep an eye on, unless you want to keep starting fires all night, is every once in a while peek in here. Because I don't think I put anything that big in here. Yeah, I got some medium stuff, but I didn't put a big one in. So, just maintaining the fire at this point. I think the metal's hot as it will get. Maintain the fire. In a bit, add another log. So it just keeps going. And when you close the door like that, it slows it down. If I open it up, I'll be having to throw in wood all the time. And I think it does cook faster though, if you burn wood faster. But you'll run the risk of burning the food too. What are you puppies up to? Okay, this one. Wonder if you guys can see that moon. I hope it looks cool. Let's see if I can actually look through the screen so it's not a guesswork. Alright, it's not too washed out. It looks, let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Decent, you can see me. Those are my empty bottles. I put them in a trash bag and they go to the dump eventually. I eat a bunch of ice cream tonight. Not looking forward to that. I don't want you burning yourself, baby. I like the ice cream actually though. Chocolate, brownie, walnut. 2 thumbs up. Good ice cream. Eating a gallon, or there's probably, I've probably eaten less than a quarter of it. Hopefully around a quarter. So there's like 3/4 left. There's no way I can finish that whole thing tonight. And I really need to. Oh, here comes the plane. I gotta save the power. I only have 7% left. I hope that's enough to render this video. We'll see. I really don't want to go hook up to the truck. I'll probably just be a day late. It'll, if that's what happens. I hope not. Oh, that went right over us. Whatever has a red tail. I don't know which brand that is, but what a... Oh, I can't see the moon. Can you see the moon? No, just all white. The moon's right there. It's like right there. It looks really cool in person. I guess my camera's just not that fancy. Steaming. Not boiling yet, but steaming. Making progress. I think I'm just going to put the other can in here. I'm hungry. I'm just going to do this one. That looks good for tomorrow. This looks good for tomorrow. For early. Mediterranean style lentil. I think I'm going to add, I have another identical can, but this one, see how it looks like the peas are more cooked up? I think I'm going to add this one. Because to be honest, that one's a little salty. That one doesn't taste the best. So with this one together, it averages out to something amazing. Ah, here. Look at this. So that's split pea soup. See how it's all the peas are cooked up green? That's what it was supposed to be. Get out of here, buddy. Oh, nice. Spoon. Boom. No idea what kind of bird that is. Ready, you serve. This one you don't add water to either. At least this one's cooked. I get that. But the other one was not cooked. And if it's not cooked, you have to add some water to boil it down to cook those peas. And the other one tastes like the peas aren't cooked. Flutie, do not bark point blank into the freaking camera. No. Come here, Whoopi. Ooh, good boys, come here. That actually does taste better. Yeah, if you're hearing this, Campbell, I know you make good stuff normally. Cook your peas more. Cook your green peas more. Food's so crazy expensive too. I feel old being like, I remember when these were $1. Like, it was like 5 years ago. Like, it wasn't that long ago. It was literally like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, it was like $3 now. It's wild. And I know they were $1 because I bought a bunch of them for $1. Like I lived in a place that had earthquakes. And it would knock out the water and power sometimes for like a week because we lived remote. Nobody really cares. So your water and power's out. You're like the last on the list. And they would can food. I'd stock up on a bunch of stuff. There was an earthquake before I moved there that created like a 6-foot fissure in the ground that like just jumped up someplace 6 feet vertically, you know, like just crack in the ground and went whoop. So I expected to live there for a week or two, no matter what, with the food I had and spare stuff for the dogs, just in case. I need to do something like that here, stock up on a bunch of canned food, freeze-dried meats and stuff. Is that a dog? Sounds like a dog down there. So you're a good boy. It's looking good. I don't know about you. One of my favorite things is split pea sandwiches. Make split pea soup and make sandwiches and put cheese on top. Non-smoked provolone, really good. I think that's the best combo there. That's the worst thing about not having a fridge. I love milk and cheese. I love milk and cheese the most, I think. And I don't have milk and cheese. Yeah, I can't wait to get power and water and have this place just done, you know. That'll be cool. I don't know about it through the camera, but in person it already is looking so much better just opening that up. It used to feel like I was, you know, trapped kind of in the woods, just opening stuff up. You can see, you can feel how a house could be here, you know. It seems more viable. It's coming along. And it doesn't feel like I've done a lot of work, but I started like, look, I've done like 20 feet across here. This is, what is this, 12, 16. We got 16 feet back, plus another 6 back. So, what is that? 22 feet this way. And, what was this again? 16 feet this way, but I added another 4 feet, so it's going to end up being like 20 feet across this way. And yeah, like 22 feet that way. So I'm not going to use all that for the house, but that's, it's a nice flat area that's coming along. It seems like it could be, you know, you can see how it could fit in here. Having some room to work and stuff is nice. I can't wait to make a little outdoor kitchen. Been thinking about a countertop and some shelves and stuff. Kind of like a design. Man, that really bums me out with the fridge though. I gotta get a mailing address and I gotta get some solar. I gotta get clothes. I need laundry. The laundromat's been broken forever. Oh no, it's starting to burn on the bottom. I was too long. That quickly, it started boiling, frothing, boiling. And it burnt a little bit on the bottom, which sucks. Not just to clean, but sometimes that burn taste will go all through the peas. I don't think it happened too bad though. I think it just happened a little bit. Oh, dumb hot. Wicked hot. I'm just going to leave this open like this. Oh, it tastes good. That raw pea taste is starting to go away. They do cook the peas, but they don't cook them enough. They're still kind of hard. And they still taste like fresh peas, which isn't a good taste. Oh, you know what I can do? Here we go. Ba, 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 ba. We have a cooking show. It's cooking show time. And don't forget to stir. See the peas? I want to boil down some of this water, thicken this up a bit, because I added a bunch of water just for this purpose. Because that first can was not the best. Sorry, Campbell's. Campbell's made a bunch of soup all throughout American history and fed like millions of families. If you're American and you're under the age of 120, you or your forefathers have probably eaten a can of Campbell's soup at some point. I think in World War II they made the grease gun, the M3 grease gun, at the Campbell Soup Factory for the boys overseas. And I think they also made canned food and stuff for the boys overseas, like canned meats and stuff. But I don't think they got soup. I think they had to make soup out of the stuff they were given. You can look that up though, I'm sure. Someone is an expert in military rations. They used to take salt pork, which is like this cubic slab of pork meat, but it's so salted that like you don't need refrigeration. It's so salty it won't go bad. They would slice off parts of that and put it in the beans for flavor. And then they would hunt and get whatever they could, but it's hard to travel and hunt. General rule of thumb, more people you got moving, the slower you're going to move. That's why like Oregon Trail and that kind of stuff, they always had a hunter with the group, because the group wasn't going fast anyways. But military guys, they hike. Even back in the day, they were all like, in pretty good shape. You'd have to hike all your stuff around. I don't think they ever came through here. There was Indians here, but California, the Spanish, they were the ones that really went after all the Native Americans on the West Coast. By the time America and the English got out here, it was pretty subdued and empty. Wonder if you can see that moon yet. Let's see. That's my cooking channel. Boom, 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 boom. Can you see the moon? That's crazy. I swear it's not that dark. It's not that bright. It looks like the sky is bright. The sky is not bright, and the moon is right there. Maybe that's just the thing with the GoPro and that kind of camera. It just can't do it. Cooking up the peas. I got a little potato in there. Some carrots. Looks like some ham or bacon or something. Just little pieces. This is going to be good with bread. Beautiful. Starting to thicken up. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but the peas are starting to fall apart too. You can tell just when you pick them up, they're softer. Look at that now. It's starting to actually look like split pea soup. I'm excited. Sometimes when I start stuff, I'm not sure it'll work or how well it'll work. It's popping soup out though with the boil. That's not ideal. Not really sure what to do. Oh, I can close the door completely. Theoretically, that'll slow down the fire. Just slow down the boiling. Look at that. And the problem isn't like, oh, I gotta clean that up. It's ants and bees and bugs and snakes and mice and God knows what, I live like 5 feet right there. I look forward to moving this over there. Got to get more dirt. Throw those sticks down. Cut away more shrubs. Leave the trees. I'm not going to cut down any trees, but the shrubs are a fire risk. And they're thick. They're everywhere. They're not just a fire risk, they're also like a security risk. Bears, mountain lions can use them for cover, come right up. They had a bit of stoppage with the dogs, like they won't go through them, but kind of like a safe zone and a fence zone. But still, I want to clear out the ones around here and have like a, this is my yard, this is clear. I could go that way, but that big dead tree, it's real steep, and still want to feel like this is kind of the more natural look, this direction. That direction's already kind of set with the tree and the dead tree and stuff. Eventually that will fall and it will open up a view, but I don't really want to cut it down. I think that dead tree over there looks cool. I don't know what that noise was. Fire seemed to die down. That door thing worked. Maybe we're running out of wood too. Also possible. The peas are not totally cooked, but they're softer. Ooh, that last bit was hot. They're noticeably softer. And that is good. Let's throw some wood in here. Pretty cool. Check it out. Looking like split pea soup. We're doing it again. Can you see the moon? Oh, at least the sky's not white now. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's been there the whole time, I swear. See that white dot? Right there. So we're cooking in the woods with the moon. Let's see if we can get it all in one shot. That's the real technique, huh? Oh, I just don't think it's in focus unless we turn up and look at it. If you're wondering, the camera's about just below shoulder height. If you like it, don't like it, tell me to drop it, raise it, what you guys think for the future. Love your feedback. Tastes good. Still a little thin, but see? It's really thickening up. If you ever want to make great split pea soup from scratch, you get dried split peas. You can use a slow cooker or just something like this. You got to keep an eye on it. Or you can use a slow cooker and you put it real low. And you do split peas, cut up some potatoes, cut up some carrots. I like to put a little broccoli in there too. but it is, you boil it down so it's thick like this. You keep stirring it. Try not to let it burn on the bottom. You want to do a low heat. You want to really keep an eye on it. Ideally, you got a big wood spoon, and it's super good. It's really good, and it's filling. It's great for stuff like this when you're in the woods. But it's a lot to be cooking and building and filming and trying to clean up and take care of the dogs. So canned food, well, it might not be the best, is a close second. Oh, another thing you can do with that, if you're not a vegetarian, is you fry some bacon, get it dark and crispy, not black, but dark and crispy. Dry it, crush it up, throw it in there when it's cooking, and that will add a lot of flavor. And it's if you put the bacon in, you won't need to add salt. If you don't put the bacon in, it'll taste better with salt. And then when it's done, you put some cheese on top. Not in the big thing, but in your bowl. Put some cheese on top, let it melt, mix it in. That's really good. Cheddar cheese or white cheese. I've even done mozzarella. Doesn't really matter. It's just a good combination. It's good. I'm just letting it boil down a little more for consistency now. So I'm trying to make sandwiches. Ideally it'd be pasty, but that would take quite a while of boiling. I don't think we're gonna get that extreme with it. And I got a table now. Awesome. I'm gonna put this on the table. Pretty excited. It's little things. Come camping, making a log cabin in the woods, and you will see little things. A chair. Ooh, so nice. Getting that $20 leather rocking chair from the thrift store. It seems like a better thing I've bought than like cars and stuff in the past. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how it is. You good boys? Yeah, you good boy too, Jack, right? You okay, buddy? Yeah, you're okay. You're just sleeping. That's the weird thing about dog walking after I come back. You're like, I'm gonna stay and play. Good boy. I know, I love you too. Good boy. Hi, Pinky. Hello, puppies. Yes, buddy. Let me move the camera back a little before there's a tragic accident. It's one of the reasons I don't like putting the tripod so high. Farther for it to fall. Hey, buddy. I know. I love you too, but you gotta start with the blimey and paws. You got little razor paws. I know. I love you too, buddy. You okay? Why are you so weird right now? You act like I've never patted you before. But where have you been? Where have you been? I know. You're a good boy. You're my good boy. Yes, you are. I know, buddy. You're so excited. little dog butt. You're making me forget about my story. You're not good. Alright, I think I'm going to call this. What do you think? It's not quite pasty, but it's considerably thicker than it was before. And I'm really hungry. Alright, here we got a round pea. We're going to try this. This will be the real test. So if it's like powder on the inside, it's not cooked. No, it was good. It was good. It was actually really good. I would like a thicker consistency, but it's good. I need to pat doggies. I need to call this quits too. I can't be doing an hour video if I got 7% battery. See what happens tonight. One take though, so less editing. Some of the stuff I do, or I have a theme and I talk to you guys, I have stuff I want to say, and it'll take me a bunch of different takes. Oh yeah, thanks to all the people in Discord and all the Will Survives people. You guys are like inspiring, making me think things are going to work out. Just keep plugging along. Here, I'll show you guys the fire. I feel obligated. I feel bad. Ooh, that handle got hot. This handle did not. There, one door. Two door. The fire kicked up fast as soon as that happened. Put my little handles down. Stir my peas. Oh yeah, you guys might not even be able to see the peas. They might be pitch black. I forgot. There's some time around here where like I can see and it transitions harder for you guys than it does for me. On camera it becomes like pitch black. And in real life it's not quite pitch black yet. Ta-da. Alright, we're gonna do lid. I'll put this on my table. Thank you all for joining me for another fantastic night of cooking. Wouldn't it be cool if I did this and one day Gordon Ramsay's like, I love your show. I'm going to come show you how to cook in the woods. And he just like cooks some spectacular thing in just one pan. Like, I wouldn't put it past him. I've seen some of the stuff those guys do. The baking shows too. I'm not sure if you ever watched the baking show, but that's like art you can eat. That's pretty cool. I would, you can get a wood cook stove, which has like an oven section. Check out wood cook stoves. This is a wood stove. A wood cook stove is like an oven and a stove. It's big, it's fancy. You can bake in those. That would be cool. Someday. Thanks everybody for watching.